Yeah. All right, y'all. Put you down. Alrighty, we are live. We are under it's like a little mini parking garage where our rental place is. We've been staying here for like 4 or 5 years, so we know the layout, but we have this tiny itty bitty closet. We're number 4 that we keep all our stuff in. I just got all that equipment that I'm going to use out. It's been a hectic hour since I put up the post that I was going to be going live. Long story, I can fill you guys in later, but it has been definitely a hectic hour or so. I forgot my shoes upstairs, just adding to the hecticness, and we're going to go grab that. We're going to make our way down to the beach. We've got about 2 hours till we got to be back here for dinner. So, yeah. Going to rock and roll here in a sec. I'll just put you guys on the stairs because I don't want to carry you up. Alright, we're back. We're rocking. Here we go. Alright. We're ready to go. I showed some of you guys this on live before, but I have my rod runner, my carrier, and I have a bucket. So I'm going to put the bucket on my arm. It's got like nothing in it. Carry the rod runner, carry the camera. We're off to the races, ready to go. Oh my gosh. It's like a quarter-mile walk from the house down to practically the water. So, all right. Randy said we lost signal. Hopefully we are back. We've made it to the beach entrance. Ozark says we're back. Sweet. We're on the beach. At 5:30, you're allowed to start fishing because the lifeguards come in. But there's still quite a few people out here. So, might have to look around for a spot that's acceptable. All these people who like live down here or bring trucks, bring their like nice little beach carts. I'm just carrying everything. My bicep's burning, my right bicep. That's all right. That's how we get stronger. Good. All right, we're gonna head. Which direction? Head over here. Hey, Steve. We got a guy swimming right there, so we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing here. Panda Bear. How's it going? What's the time there? I think it's backwards, but 5:40 p.m. Fishing opens back up at 5:30, so I might have to let it die out for a couple minutes. I forgot my my rod tubes anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to do about that. All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna take the backpack. We're gonna go grab my rod tubes because I forgot them. It takes the first trip out to the surf every year when we get here is a mess. And usually guys just get to see that because I don't have my system dialed in. We just got everything put away. As I'm pulling it out, I forget things. I gotta get the system dialed in. And that hasn't happened yet. So we're gonna go back, hustle back, grab the tubes, let possibly some swimmers move on, and then we will get back out there. Unhappy child. Excuse me, sir. All right, I'm gonna leave that. He lost a croc, but Ozarks Woodsman is in. Oh boy, I'm losing my speech. All right, we made it past the unhappy child. Going back to grab the rod tubes because I stink and forgot them. Kev, Littlefin is in. We're just walking along because I forgot rod tubes and we're gonna need them, so I just left my rods at the beach. We'll hustle on back and grab them in a moment here. I saw that, Kev. I saw the community post your dad made about it. So, yeah, excited to see that. We'll probably be fishing simultaneously. We'll see who catches better saltwater fish on Monday. It's like a little test run. We'll see what happens. The primary thing we catch here is kingfish. We catch a lot of kingfish. Croaker, spot occasionally. Caught a dogfish here. Lots of skate before. Yeah. So normal stuff mostly. I caught that big ray last year. So, all right. Here we go. Give me a moment. Back of the house. Quick grab the key. All right. Mission. I'll show you guys the inside of the closet here because I was talking about how insane it is. That's the madness we have going on. We got the bike, sand toys suspended between the two, the hitch, little trays, I don't know what else to call them. My fishing stuff sits on top of that bucket. I have one that nests inside. But my tubes are right there. All that for 2 little pieces of PVC. There we go. All right. Back upstairs. Put the key away and go back down. Better get back my poles. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other fishermen down there, and a lot of them actually leave their stuff out like the entire day. I'm not too concerned about it, but you're correct. I will get back there fairly swiftly. Yeah, some people will set up their little beach cart. All right, hopefully we're back. I haven't rigged anything up either. Yeah, all my stuff's still there. Right over there. You can see the bucket. All right, we're back. Sweet. Thanks for telling me, Randy. Yeah, everybody's packing it in. Our swimmer guy is gone. We didn't miss out on much by going back to get stuff. They might, but at the same time, we get the right of way after 5:30 and before 10 o'clock. So like they have between 10 and 5:30 every single day. Plus I am out here swimming. Like I'm not like upset with swimmers for taking up the space. I am a swimmer during the 10:30 or the 10 to 5:30 zone. So all right, see you later, Kev. Thanks for popping in, man. I'll see if I can pop into your live on Monday for a bit. All right, I'm gonna rig up. Going to be using hooks about that big right there, and some fish bites. With this current, probably about 3 ounces of lead. Alright, here's the rig. Alright, we got some chats. And one saying hi and bye. Swivel, 3 ounces of lead, pyramid sinker. Hook right there. Hook right. If I could not hook my hand, that'd be great. Hook right there. Sound of the waves is putting me to sleep. Or maybe it's the lack of sleep from last night's storm. There you go, Herbert. Alright, we have bloodworm fish bites. They're green, but they're bloodworm flavored on both hooks. Let's toss it out there. are tossed out. I'm gonna close up my boxes and organize my stuff, and then make sure that we are good to go for watching this ride. We're just gonna sit here and watch now. There's not a ton of rough waves today, which is nice. Hopefully the wind's good too. I got the windsock in there, so it should be a-okay. Yeah, if the waves, so I've talked about this trick in my videos before, but if you're watching the tip bounce and it's in sync with the waves, it's not a fish. If it's going tip, 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 then it's probably a fish. Or if it's a really big takedown out of the blue, it's probably a fish. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You just gotta curb your excitement, and realize that not every time it moves, it's a fish, and you'll eventually get the hang of it. Mark Gold said hi. Thanks for coming in, Mark. I appreciate you saying hi, stopping in. Don't think you've been on the channel before. We're out here at Ocean City, Maryland, trying to catch some fish. From Australia, that is super sweet. My second job I had, which is only about 2 or 3 years ago, I worked for an Australian bakery. So we made meat pies, pavlova, we made some lamington. I'm familiar with your cuisine at the very least. So Watermelon, how's it going? Every once in a while you want to reel in a little bit of slack just to make sure everything's tightened up and all rocking and rolling. Just in time. Hello from Frederick, Maryland. I am in Ocean City right now, so I imagine I'm not too far from you. I'm doing fine. First day at Ocean City, Maryland. We're going to be doing almost daily surf fishing lives, maybe some crabbing and stuff throughout this trip. I usually film a multi-species madness during my week down here at Ocean City, Maryland, but this year I'm not doing it. I have 3 previous renditions of the week at Ocean City in video form up on my channel if you want to go check those out to see what we should expect this week. But we're going to be doing a lot of lives and filming some other videos this week, so it should be a good time. I have some really cool plans for standalone videos, and then we're obviously going to be doing some cool hangouts with y'all pretty much every day, so it should be a good time. Watermelon's asking Ozarks if he's from Missouri, and he is indeed from Missouri. Ozark says, how far out do you think I cast it? Probably 80, 85 yards. You often don't need that much distance, but I'll cast it as far as I can and slowly reel it in to gauge where the fish are, and then kind of dial in to where I'm getting bites. I'm going to reel up the slack a bit. Put the sun hood up so we're ready to rock and roll. See that one? I wasn't really watching it. I don't think that was a bite. That was just the waves, because I think it was in sync with the waves. You can see it bouncing just a little bit. If I had to bet, I'd say our first fish of the trip is probably going to be a kingfish or a spot. I'd probably put my money on kingfish. We'll see. I'm going to go grab my bucket and use it as a seat behind the camera. Pamela Falcon says hi. How's it going? Thanks for stopping into the channel. Don't think I've seen you before, but I'm glad you stopped in. We're trying to catch some fish here in Ocean City, Maryland. Our first day of a week-long trip. It's our first outing of the whole week, so yeah, we're trying to get them dialed in so that we can have some good success later on in the week. Watermelon and Randy are talking about how close they are to one another in the good state of Missouri. I got my mom and sister joining me behind the camera.
Bucket for me?
No, this is my seating bucket.
Anything happening yet?
Nothing. We're on live watching.
It's okay.
If anybody is new to the channel, make sure if you're liking what you're seeing to hit subscribe, because as I said, I do lots of outdoor stuff, lots of fishing if that's what you like, and we will be doing fishing lives for the entirety of this week. So if you're enjoying this, subscribe so the next time I pop up, you're there to see it. Sounds good.
Yeah, we can make it.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
Food.
Chicken. Sweet.
Don't leave our shoes here.
Any. There goes mom and sister down the beach. I'm gonna continue relaxing here with y'all. Mark says I did subscribe. Thank you, I appreciate it. We are on the push for quadruple digits. We're on the push for 1,000 subscribers right now. I think if this week goes well, we could get close to 900, because I'll be doing a whole bunch of lives, and that's a great way to build the community. So. Pull up the slack again, reel it in a little bit further, see what's going on. Watermelon talking about his last time fishing. Cut short because of rain. That's always unfortunate. Raptor Will says, I'm thinking of going up north. Oh, that's a bite. I don't think it's there. Hopefully y'all saw that, because it went nuts for a second. Hopefully you were watching. Raptor says, I'm thinking of going to North Jersey tomorrow morning for smallmouth and trout. That sounds awesome. All right, I'm gonna cast it back out there. Hopefully we get another bite like that. The way that was hitting, it almost seemed like it could have been like a weak fish or something. I caught a weak fish 2 years ago, and that's how it bit, so. water is gradually coming higher. Where are you fishing? I am Ocean City, Maryland. We are at the top end, I guess it is, the north end. We're up in the 140s. So we already have a ton of slack in the line. I might want to go fix that before it gets unruly. Raptor Will's talking about teaching the summer camp. Someone in chat let me know. Did you see the rod tip when that thing bit? Were you able to see that bite and what it looked like in comparison to the bouncing it's been doing? Hopefully. Watermelon says yeah. Yeah, so that's what the bite looked like versus the normal wave bouncing. Yeah, that's a 10-footer, Randy, so you can get it up over those waves. That's why it's so long. The other one I have is a 9-footer. So the other one is my lucky rod that I caught my biggest fish ever on last year. Here I caught a ray that was somewhere around 100 pounds in last year's Ocean City trip. Go check that out in the video if you haven't. Super, super fun one. Super early. Raptor Will's going out super early. If I come out live tomorrow morning, I will probably be out between 7 and 8 o'clock until about 10, so. Oh, that might be a bite. I'm gonna go check on it. I just realized this. My mom and sister left their shoes here with me. So if the water starts coming up higher, I gotta be mindful of that. That dude swimming should move. It actually looks like he's closer than he is. He's fairly far off to the right.
What's up? What anything yet?
I had one good bite and it seemed like a weak fish bite, but nothing yet.
Yet? Are you,
I've been out here since 5:40.
right, they got all the things.
Yeah. It hit like last time I caught a weakie out here, it bit the same way, whatever that was bit. So I kind of feel like it might have been a weak fish.
There you go.
Which
the tide come and go, you know?
Low tide was about 2:30. So, I mean, that's an estimate, but oh my gosh, that's a cow nose ray right there. I've been wanting to catch one of those. Yeah, he's right there. I don't know if you guys can see him.
2 up right there.
Is it? There's 2?
up.
Oh wow, right in the wave. Right at the top of that wave, there's a cow nose ray. Oh, I just got bit too. Huh. Alright, so there you go. Zoom back out. Big cow nose rays.
So, me and my buddies made a video yesterday of me fishing, put it on bait on YouTube.
Yeah, this is my passion. This is what I do. All outdoor stuff. I do archery, camping, fishing. I'm running a live right now, so we got 13 people watching right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Make a little bit of money, have some fun.
Do you actually make money?
A little bit, not much. I've amassed like a whole $75 so far.
There you go.
Is that a bite? Oh yeah, there you go.
Put the fish on. I was right. My bet was correct. Kingfish. That was our first fish of the Maryland trip. That was my bet. So. He's gonna be some food and some bait. I have a bad habit of dropping kingfish. There he goes again. Kingfish.
No hook set? Well, he was still biting then, and the hooks are small, so I just reeled up on him and I got him. Not always the best move, but in that scenario it worked out for me, so. Kingfish.
The first catch of the bacon. He's a fluffy guy.
They always are.
Go that way, I can get you in the shadow.
All right, y'all, so I'm going to, off camera, put him out of his misery, and I'm gonna chuck the head out on the big rod for skate and stuff. So Watermelon says, I gotta go, see you. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. I appreciated having you, and hopefully you enjoyed getting to see that fish.
You done?
Yeah, I'll get it. All right, y'all. We got one fish on the board. Little kingfish, which is what I thought it would be. I'm gonna take the head off that fish, chuck it out on the big rod, which I have to rig up for skate and such. Bluefish, whole bunch of stuff could grab that. I'm gonna toss this rod out and have the camera on it while I'm rigging up, so you guys can maybe see another fish catch while I'm working on getting that ready. No? Oh, sure. All right, I got my sister on the job. I showed her how to do this last year, so we'll see if her skills are still there on how to determine whether it's a bite or not. She's gonna watch it for me while I'm rigging up.
10 people in here. Ozark says phone. I don't know what that means. Let me know what you mean, Ozarks. Hey, Linda, thanks for coming in. We are at Ocean City, Maryland, surf fishing, having a good time. We got one kingfish on the board. I'm currently behind the camera rigging up the big rod to use that kingfish as some cut bait for some biggins, hopefully. Wanda Schaefer is watching. That's my grandma. She's back at the house where we're staying at, probably checking in. It's like she's got a window with a really good view, because she's just right around the corner.
You want to wait for crab?
No, I'm not going in for that. y'all. I am almost done rigging. I'm rigging up the exact same rig that I caught all my skate and the giant ray on last year, which is medium heavy 9-foot spinning rod, 6,000 size reel with 40-pound braid, 60-pound mono leader down to little piece of steel, circle hook, and a weight. So that's what we're going with. It worked well last year. We're gonna do it again. All right, we're rigged up, tossing the bait on. Can you grab that tube for me? All right, we're gonna get this tossed out. I got a little bit more wet than I would have liked. Let's back you up so you can see both rods. Yeah, I'm kind of got a little wet. We'll hook up on this, I think.
Try one more. All right.
Kingfish number 2.
All right, let me see, guys. Look at me.
Hold on. I gotta grab it.
Okay. put that fish? I don't know where you put the fish. Oh, we part of it. Where'd you put the other fish? Where? Where, buddy?
Behind you. All right, guys. He's gonna wiggle and squirm. But kingfish number 2. There he is. 17 people in here, 15 thumbs up. Thank you, guys.
Where's the other one?
Right next to it.
All right, I think chat might be frozen. I'll fix it in a sec. Hold on. We will have a brief lapse in connection, but stay tuned for about 4 seconds. All right, we're back. What's up?
That one.
Piece of a cutie.
Oh, actual one.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get more bait on the left rod and keep rocking and rolling. All right. Someone give me a chat. Either chat's frozen or nobody's chatting, but Will says here, fishy, fishy. So someone is alive. People exist. All right. And there's Linda. All right. I don't know what was going on there. I guess nobody was chatting. That wasn't that interesting for a couple minutes. That's all right. Left rod might have just got hit. Wanda Schaefer says, nice catches. Well, thank you. They will be food for you and all of us at some point during this week. So this is cool to come across because I was just thinking of planning to go surf fishing at Beach Island State Park in New Jersey this month. Haven't been out in ages. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you are enjoying what you're seeing. We're out here at Ocean City, Maryland. We got 2 kingfish on the board on our left rod, and we just took a piece of one of those kingfish and chucked it out on the right rod for some skate or bluefish or dogfish or rays, whatever. Left rod's got some slack. I'm gonna go reel that up. Van Helsing says, listening as I head into work. Sweet. Thank you guys for hanging out. We are going to be done at probably around 7:15. Dinner's going to be right around 7:30. I might come back out, but I don't think I'm going to go live. I'm probably going to limit it to one surf fishing live a day, and if I come out for a second section or a second session, I'll just film with the GoPro, just so I don't like drive myself nuts. If I go crabbing later in the day, since it's something different, I might go live 2 times in the day, but I'm going to try and limit it. Okay, that was the waves. We got lots of slack in the left rod. Melinda Lynn McMillan, hungry for some kingfish. That is my aunt. She is also here and will also be eating of the kingfish. Piece of kingfish on this rod has been eaten off either by crabs or by fish. I don't know, but we're gonna have to get some more bait on there. I thought you were fishing for old men there for a minute. Well, sometimes that happens. After 5:30, the 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, that is, the fishermen have the right of way, so you know, I guess it wouldn't be considered my fault. However, I'm not interested in catching a person. Not my cup of tea, if you know what I mean. Front part, oh, it won't focus. We got the front part of a kingfish head. I think the old men eat it. Well, there you go. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. 19 people in here, 17 thumbs up. Thank you guys. As I said earlier, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do lots of fishing, lots of other outdoor stuff too. Archery, slingshot, camping. What else do I do? Gold panning now. I'm working on that. Video is in the works. Whole bunch of different stuff. That's why it's called Mission Discover. I love to do a whole bunch of different stuff in the outdoors, figure it out, learn from it, just try stuff out and experiment. It's a good time. But yeah, if you like the fishing aspect and you like specifically what we're doing right now, I'm going to be doing some fishing lives all week here at Ocean City, Maryland. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to stay tuned to that when they come up. Michael Burnett says, very jealous. I'm stuck in the cornfields of Illinois. Very calming. Yeah, it's super awesome that you will come down here. We're super blessed to not only be able to go here for a week every year, but also down to the Outer Banks. It's super awesome. I live in Pennsylvania, so I can't saltwater fish all the time, but I get a couple chances a year. I drove down to New Jersey not too long ago, so that was pretty fun. Went down there for a day trip with my girlfriend. We hung out. I got to fish for a little bit, caught one kingfish, but did a whole bunch of other fun stuff as well. So yeah, New Jersey's close enough to do a day trip too. The other two places we go, not so much. It'd be pretty sweet to get a skate or something on that bigger rod before we have to head in. Seriously America says, what rod, reel, and bait are you using to fish off the beach? So the right one is a Tsunami Shield surf rod with an Akuma Stratus reel, 40-pound braid down to a 60-pound leader, 4 ounces of lead, 4/0 circle hook, and a little bit of steel at the end to protect from any toothy critters. And I've got a piece of kingfish on that one, and then on the left rod, that is a Shakespeare Alpha. We got a Penn. I can't remember the name of that reel. It's the cheapest saltwater ready reel Penn makes. I can go check it in a second. Penn reel, 30-pound braid down to a 17-pound leader with some fish bites, 3 ounces for that one. What part of Pennsylvania are you in? I'm down in Southeast PA. I'm Southeast as well. I'm about 20 minutes from King of Prussia, so that area. Van Helsing, I'm almost certain I've seen you in a live somewhere before. I'm just not sure what it would have been. It could have been an Anything Is Possible live if you pop in there. I'm good friends with Bob, hang out with him and the boys often, and have done a lot of collaborations with him. So if you were in an Anything live, it's highly possible that's where I saw you. I'm almost certain I've seen you somewhere before. Bucks County, sweet. Awesome, thanks. I live near the Texas Gulf Coast and am just now getting into surf fishing. Don't have a lot of inshore fishing, but not much open water. Gotcha. Yeah, well, I've never been down. I've never been fishing in that area. I've been fishing down in Florida, but only briefly. We were fishing in St. Petersburg for a bit. Yeah, that video's up on the channel, the St. Petersburg video. That was a fun trip. Only a day and a half of fishing, but we made it count, man. Eagle trying to sweep into my fish behind me. I put my shoes on top of my fish so that the seagull can't take it. Van Helsing says, yeah, I troll the internet. I'm gonna reel up the slack on both rods a bit. Let's check the phone battery. 25%. I gotta plug it was at like 60 when we started. Gotta plug in the battery backup shortly. If you ever want to do a collab, let me know. I'm dying to go surf fishing this summer. Sounds good, man. If I head back down to New Jersey before the summer's over, which I might, I got one more week of work, and then I go to the Outer Banks. But the whole month of August, I do work for my dad and random yard work, so my schedule is very flexible. That's kind of what I do. I have probably 7 consistent yard work clients and a couple that I get here and there, some dog sitting clients, and then I'm gonna start doing some work for my dad. My dad's a mechanical engineer, and I'm going into college to be a mechanical engineer, so I'm gonna start doing some stuff for him, making a little bit of money and learning some stuff before I actually go into college, so that'd be nice. But yeah, anyway, once I'm done my my normal 8 to 4 job, where my schedule's super rigid, I might have some flexibility to take a day trip to New Jersey or something like that. I'd maybe see if I could get a whole bunch of people in on that. Do a nice big YouTube trip down there and see if the Anyfin crew wants to go down to New Jersey, all that sort of stuff. It'd be a good day. Come on, fish. We got 2 on the board. But it's definitely slowed down a bit. I'm gonna go at least grab the portable charger so I have it ready to rock and roll when I need it. I'm gonna reel the left rod in quite a bit because one of those kingfish was pretty far in when I caught it, so we'll see if they're close in. The seagull's prowling, even though my shoes are on top of the fish. They're prowling. Oh, that was a bite. Bigger one. That's a nice one for sure. Huh? Kingfish. Jeez Louise, buddy. Fish bites. Jeez Louise. I can never hold on to these guys. Like, ever. Specifically kingfish. They're like the hardest fish for me to hold on the planet. There we go, number 3. He's also food. The Johnson Boys says, where are you fishing? I am fishing in Ocean City, Maryland. That's not the Johnson Boys that I know, is it? I know a set of Johnson Boys that go to my church. That'd be pretty cool if it was them. There's 4 of them. Back, what did I miss? Another kingfish. Bigger one, biggest one of the day, by a good margin. Water's coming up. Oh, bites. I think I missed it. I'm gonna plug in the phone. Bear with me for a moment. Alright, sorry about that. There we go. We're back in business. Does the sand and waves feel good to the feet? Seems like it would. Never been to an ocean. It is awesome. Oh, bite. Big fish rod, got the bait taken again. Pompano. You got the Wendy's profile. I feel like your username is designed to bait me into saying something that sounds like I'm saying something inappropriate. So I'm just gonna call you Wendy's. But how's it going? Yeah, no Pompano here. We are in Maryland. Gotta go a little further south for Pompano. I've caught a couple of them, little tiny ones in North Carolina. But I might want to cast that left one a little further. I didn't give it much mojo. I'll get it out there a little further. Any paragliding there? No, but they do have people who fly around in little biplanes sometimes. 21 likes, 14 people still hanging out. Thank you guys. I'm gonna call it in about 12 minutes so I can pack up and get back to the house in time for dinner. Might even want to go a little bit earlier than that because I'm gonna need to wash out and package up those kingfish too. Mark Gold says, I saw you catch one fish, I fell asleep, have you caught any more? Mark, he's caught 12. Not quite. Ozarks is being funny, I probably just ruined his joke, but I caught 3 total, so you missed 2. I bought my license at about 4 o'clock today, my Maryland fishing license. There's a girl down yonder. Her dad set up a rod. She just gave a heck of a hook set, and I don't think she got what she was looking for. 10 people still hanging out in here. We got like the 10-minute countdown. 10-minute countdown till ending the live starts now. I'm probably, more than likely, I'll be live around 7:30 to 8 o'clock-ish tomorrow. Call it 8 o'clock. I'll probably set the live for then, and then if I end up getting there a little bit early, that's fine. I'll set it up tonight, but yeah. Probably fish a little bit tomorrow morning live, so. We just had something surface out there. It looked like a big old ray. I would love to hook into a cow nose ray. Those of you guys who were in here early in the live saw there were 2 cow nose rays swimming around out there. So they're there. I just need to hook into one and land it. That would be a new species. The type of ray I caught last year was a bullnose eagle ray. That thing was awesome. And it was one of the biggest bullnose eagle rays that's ever been recorded. So that was also pretty sweet. Right around 100-ish pounds that ray was. By our best estimates, we used a couple charts and did a little guesstimation, and my guesstimation put it around 100. The charts put it around 110, so I'm going to call it right about 110. Uh-oh. We got a beached horseshoe crab off to the left. This beach has a lot of horseshoe crabs. Always has. I guarantee you, sometime during this week, I'll catch a horseshoe crab, probably on the right rod, by accident. So, it happens frequently. Gonna reel up the right rod a little bit. Oh, it's getting bit. We're gonna have a feast and plenty of bait, so that's awesome. It's another big one too. That's number 4. Awesome, Mark. Glad you got to see it. I'm gonna start packing up that right rod. I'll leave the left one to sit, but I'll pack up the right rod because we got about 7 minutes till we got to be heading back. Do you ever catch something just random, weird, and unexpected? A lot of times, Ozarks. The ray I caught last year was very unexpected. I'm gonna recast this one more time and let that sit until the end. Alrighty. Kev, anything, little man, little fin, anything little man, aka little fin. I'm losing my words, but yes, we had luck. 4 kingfish on the board, 2 of them pretty big. Kept all of them for bait / food. We're about to head out in about 3 or 4 minutes, so I'm getting everything packed up behind the camera. I gotta go wash my knife off though, so. If y'all have never seen me talk about this knife, it's super cool. It is a Spyderco Salt Series H1 knife, which I'm not going to explain the science now. I have in other times, and I can at other times again, but essentially it's almost impervious to rust. You have to use chemicals to get it to rust. So it's my fishing knife because I can like wash it off in salt water and it won't rust. It's pretty sweet. Alright, I'm gonna chuck the fish in the bucket. Alrighty. I'll show you the ceremonial fish in bucket maneuver. 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one. 4. 4 kingfish. And continue on there too, because it's not hot anymore. Water's coming up real hot. Alright, we got the bucket packed. Pulling this rod. Raptor Will's gonna try and do a sunrise live. Make sure you guys pop into that. And then when he's done, because he's usually done pretty early, you can pop on into my surf fishing live tomorrow morning. I'll put out the thumbnail for that tonight, so it might just be the same thumbnail as the one I already made for this one. Maybe not, we'll see. Alright, gonna reel this in and close down the live. Get these rod holders in the bag. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna close it down, go get those kingfish packed up, and head in for dinner. Don't think I'm gonna be coming back out tonight. I will have enough work to do, getting everything situated, and so on and so forth, planning out this week's video itinerary, all that. I guess I'll give you guys a sneak peek. At the very least, I want to do a super cool video where all I eat for 24 hours is from the ocean. And when I mean all I eat, I mean all I eat. I'm gonna use, like, all my food, I'm gonna be pan searing using salt water instead of oil, because the salt will then kind of come out and make the food salty, so I'll at least have a little bit of extra flavor. I'm not gonna be using any seasonings, any oils. I'm just gonna have cooking supplies and whatever I catch from the ocean. So fish, crabs, all that, seaweed, and I'm going to see if I can feed myself for 24 hours with just stuff from the ocean. I'm not sure I'm going to do a live that day. That might be the one day I don't do a live, because all my fishing efforts are going to be put towards that video. So I'll keep you guys updated through posts. I'll post up the lives as early as I can so you guys have ahead of time information on when I'm going to be going live. I'm also going to be chasing a couple new species this week for some shorts and other videos. So it should be a good time. We're just going to enjoy it, see what happens. I don't have the pressure of putting together a good multi-species madness video. So in a way, that's nice. But yeah, we're going to see what happens. Going to close down the live and head back to the house. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow if everything works out. Thanks for coming in, y'all. It was a really awesome live. Adios.